From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
In America, cancer takes the lives of 500,000 or so people each year. But some new research shows that cancer death rates have been in a steady decline now for the past 30 years. And a part of this can be attributed to early detection in screenable cancers. Dr. Anu Gupta of Associates in Radiation Oncology joins us live this morning here in the studio with some perspective on all this. Always good to see you, Doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
This probably comes as a surprise to a lot of Americans, because we hear sort of the steady drumbeat of cancer and the problem that it is. Everybody knows someone or some family that's been affected by it. But there actually is, big picture, some pretty good news to talk about in this, what was in the Nixon administration declared the war on cancer.
Yeah. So yeah, the war on cancer is still going on, frankly. About 500,000 people per year still die of malignancies. But this research that's come out is showing some age-adjusted mortality rates. And we look at age as an issue with individual cancers, so this is looking at it as an overall picture. And we are making great strides, and I think there are a few reasons for that. First of all, we have a whole program now for early detection: mammography, prostate cancer screening, colonoscopies for colon cancer. And those are the three big cancers that affect most people, and we are seeing far more early detection, and I think that's helping the mortality rates. Another
big factor that needs to get sort of included in this, the number of Americans smoking. What was and remains the single biggest preventable cancer risk, smoking cigarettes, and a significant number have, and we're starting to see the real benefit of that as well. And
we can only hope that trend continues. The problem is we have another generation of a lot of young people who are picking it up. But yes, smoking has declined. The other big factor is major advances have been made in the treatment of pediatric malignancies. So, pediatric leukemias and lymphomas, and before they used to be fatal diseases, and now we're actually curing these young children. So that's also contributing to the decline in mortality. But I think the single most important thing we should do and recognize, and doesn't get recognized, is to thank all those thousands of people who enrolled in all these studies over all these years that have brought this kind of data to the forefront now. So, thanks to all those thousands of men and women who were on experimental studies that proved to actually be of benefit.
We don't get the good drugs and procedures that we have now unless somebody is part of a clinical trial to see if they actually work, which ones work and which are the less beneficial. There's another thing to think about too, and all of this is sort of down the road a little bit. We know that there's a huge explosion in obesity in this country, and we also know that is a factor in cancer. It's harder to quantify right now. It's reasonable to expect, though, that this is going to be a problem, too.
Yeah, that's an overall health problem for multiple diseases, cardiac, all of that. We know it's a big risk factor for endometrial cancer. That's one so far, but I think, yes, that is going to be the future of the problem, is the obesity, in terms of cost of health care in general. So, we need to start paying more attention to these young kids who are already headed down that path.
And think about it in those terms. This is a cost to everyone in the country, and the more we think about it in those terms, the more I think it becomes a very real situation. RadDocs.com, great place for more information. Dr. Anu Gupta, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Good to see you too.